Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbly Womblys. In a stunning turn of events, it's raining in England. Hopefully, this rain falling from the heaven, watering our pitch, will teach us how to be a less crappy football team, because we just had the biggest loss in the history of the Wimbly Womblys, 4-0 to Porto right here at home. It was brutal. It was painful. Bald John Green with his soul patch was struggling. Everybody afterwards just felt like we'd been played off the pitch. And so we're here in professional skill level. We're going to see what we can get done. Today I'm going to talk about poets and poetry, some of my favorite poets, some of my favorite lines from poetry, I guess. I'm not a great memorizer of poems, although I love reading poetry aloud. As you can see, we're only 1 point out of first place, but we're also only like 3 points out of 7th place. So that's where we are right now. We're starting Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud, as well as Frampton Comes Alive as our central backs. Out on the wing, we've got the White House. On the other wing, of course, Kennedy with his ugly hair. Our midfield is Tiny, the Tiny Golden Boy, and Tiny Hell's Pels, just two 5 foot 3 inch masters of destruction. And then, of course, up front we have John Green and John Green, teammates in life and in love, whose marriage has now extended for almost a decade through good times and bad, through Swindon Red and Wimbly Blue. Oh! Almost a dream start! Almost a dream start, but somehow it doesn't go in. That was almost the best play in the history of the Wimbly Womblys. Oh, I'm devastated. How did that not go in? Oh, it was beautiful. It was truly a work of art. Oh, man. That was just, that's the kind of thing that I want. That's what poetry is. You want to know what poetry is. One of my favorite poets is Langston Hughes. I probably should have just dribbled there. I also, when I quote poetry, I often get it wrong. So just as a heads up, I love Langston Hughes. I love his really, really short poems like "Dying is hard and birthing is mean, so get yourself some lovin' in between." But I also love like the big epics like "A Dream Deferred." I love that line from Montage of a Dream Deferred. "Good morning, Daddy, ain't you heard the boogie woogie rumble of a dream deferred?" It's so good, man. That's so good. Tiny, tiny little golden boy. Oh, this is frustrating. I make noises when I'm angry. I really want to win this game. We need to get back. Oh, it was a beautiful shot. People keep accusing me of having turned up the shot power, but I haven't. I looked. My shot power is the same as my opponent's shot power, so it's fair, right? I don't know. If I'm doing it wrong, let me know. But everybody has the same shot power. Ball John Green was really nestled up against his opponent there. So, yeah, I'm a big Langston Hughes fan. Not just the what? Is somebody hurt? Are you hurt? Are you feeling okay? Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud? I'm concerned about you. You're a young man. You're important to our future. I want you to be happy and yeah, have a good life. Speaking of a good life, it's Yabamba. Yabamba on the ball. Pass. Great pass. Oh! Great idea. What a pass! No, to your husband! Clearly, I wanted you to pass it to your husband, not... Oh! How are we losing? how are we not winning? This is ridiculous. We had a stone-cold breakaway just there and couldn't convert. This has been very frustrating. There's no other way to say it. Well, we'll get it back. Don't worry, guys. It's all going to work out fine. We got Hell's Pels on the ball. Little Hell's Pels. What were you doing there, Ball John Green? What was the big idea? Also, of course, love the poetry of Emily Dickinson, as anyone who's read any of my books would know. Oh! Do the robot, John Green! Oh, and then you get hugged by your husband. Look at those two men who love each other just dancing around, kind of doing some fake punching stuff. That was beautiful. That's poetry in motion right there. John Green, he's big, he's tough, he has a ginger puff. Other John Green, beautiful goal. And finally, we've opened the scoring against Barnsley after 3 really, really good opportunities. I think, honestly, better opportunities than that one. But it just goes to show that in football, sometimes beauty wins and sometimes it doesn't. Speaking of beauty being truth and truth beauty being all you know and all you need to know, I also like John Keats a lot. And then anytime I talk about John Keats, I got to talk about the poem that Salinger attributed to one of the glasses. I think in Seymour, an introduction, John Keats, put your coat on. John Keats's last will and testament, one perfect line of iambic pentameter, my chest of books divide among my friends. For those of you who don't know what iambic pentameter is, by the way, I can teach you really quickly, so then you will have actually learned something from the Wimbly Womblys, in addition to how to school your opponents. Look at Frankenstein. Oh, then he lost the ball. Oh, but then he won it back. Then he lost it again. That's sort of typical. Oh, there's a frog in my throat. Got a little Alice Cooper voice going on there. That is indicative of Frankenstein's entire career. That like 3-second period where, oh God. Oh my God. I have nothing else to say. It's ridiculous and embarrassing. And O'Grady just got his head impaled by the corner flag, and I'm horrified and upset. Hello, Sarah. The Wimbly Womblys are playing. It's a 1-1 draw. It's raining in England in a stunning turn of events. I'm talking about some of my favorite poets. Do you have any of my who do you think are my favorite poets? I was just talking about Keats as it happens. I'm also a big Walt Whitman fan. Keats died when he was 27. Oh, do you want me to tell that story? Yeah, so one of the very first times I met Sarah, or in our adulthood, we went to high school together. But we didn't know each other in high school. And one of the very first times that we met, she came to my apartment for my birthday party. It was my 27th birthday party, and it had a Keats theme because, of course, Keats. What the F? Oh, now I'm angry. Keats died when he was. What's the point? It was I'd lived longer than Keats, and I still hadn't accomplished anything in my life. My first book wasn't out yet, and it was a party about how, look at what Keats accomplished in his life, and I've done nothing. Sorry. It wasn't that dark in real life, but now I'm in a dark, dark place because we're down 2-1, despite being, it must be said, the far better side. There's no justice in football, ladies and gentlemen. Turn. Oh, you got to get that on goal. Oh, what? Oh, this is just okay. We got to focus in the second half. I love Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. I love Shakespeare, of course. Although I make fun of him a lot in The Fault in Our Stars. I love the sonnets. I love the iambic pentameter in his plays. Oh, right. I was going to teach you what iambic pentameter is really quickly, in case you don't know. It's 10 syllables, one line, 10 syllables. Da 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 da. That's how it sounds. If you can say it, da 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 da. It's iambic pentameter. So you emphasize the second syllable of each what's called foot, each like two. Oh, get there, John Green. Gosh darn it. I'm kind of getting angry. Why are you doing? Why? Why am I aiming in the wrong direction? Do I have the wrong controller? Are we going to seriously? No, Seb Brown's got it. Yeah. So my chest of books divide among my friends. For some reason, I can't think of a single other line of iambic pentameter in the whole of the literature. But anyway, lots of English poetry is iambic pentameter because it sounds so good. In fact, there's a line from the translation of the Bible. I'm giving a sermon. I don't know how I got talked into this at my church on Sunday. And it's the Samaritan woman at the well bit. And there's a great line of iambic pentameter in this particular English translation. You have no bucket, and the well is deep. You have no bucket, and the well is deep. All right. Maybe I should stop talking about poetry and start talking about football because we are stinking it up and hurting the feelings of our supporters who have been with us through thick and thin, who are literally, the club is literally made out of. I mean, we are a club formed by, funded by our supporters, and we have done nothing but disappoint them today, and I'd like to personally apologize. I'm horrified by the way that we're playing. Truly. Admittedly, we're tired from our European vacation, but this is reprehensible. I don't even know what to say. I'm in a bad place right now emotionally. Taking off Yabamba and putting in just C. Arthur. And then at some point, I mean, do you think it makes sense to bring on Green Eggs and Sheringham? I mean, I guess so. He's in the red. We'll just see what Green Eggs and Sheringham can do. But it's difficult. There's no two ways about it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, 2-1 down. And I mean, we should have been 4-0 up in the first half. This is just, anyway, this is what the pros do, Meredith. You make all 3 substitutions at once. It's tactical football. It's complicated. It may elude, you know, some of my less sophisticated viewers. Some of the supporters of the club who maybe don't know as much about football don't understand why you make 3 substitutions at once. But just trust me, it's what all the real guys do. All right, let's get this ball. That was better. I at least liked the passion a little bit. But frankly, at this point, I'm not even. I mean, I guess we have to get the draw. We've got to find a way to get at least 1 point out of this. But 1 point isn't enough. We should be getting 3 points at home against Barnsley. There's no question about it. Oh, he's offside. For the love of God. Just barely. But he is offside, and then he was trying to, like, I think he was trying to backheel it into the goal or something. It's just, it's like we're a different club than we were the first few days of the season. It's like we've lost our mojo. We do tend to have these slumps at some point where we didn't have it in League Two, of course, because we were in League Two. It was a relatively easy thing to move forward because we weren't playing the best opposition. Now we're in League One. You know, I mean, look, it's not like we're not playing Barcelona or anything, but you know, these are good football teams. Oh man, that's just wide open space at the back. Fortunately, it goes out for a Seb Brown goal kick, but he's too cranky to put his hands on his hips. I don't blame him. I'm mad as well. 75th minute, we're still losing. Unbelievable. I don't know what kind of poetry should I quote. I'm not feeling poetic right now. I'm feeling sad. Oh, John Green just trying to get the ball on his right foot to take a shot, and it doesn't happen. Doesn't happen for him. It's a difficult day for the Wimbly Womblys. And coming off of a difficult day against Porto, we don't have the depth of squad really to be in Europe right now. So I think that's part of the problem. I think we're just going to get our butts kicked on the rest of our European vacation, but then when you come back and 2 days later you play a game, it's hard. It's physically challenging. Well, at least you learned what iambic pentameter was in this video, unless you already knew it, in which case I've really. Oh, what an awful haircut! Wait, they have a Kennedy with a terrible haircut. We have a Kennedy with a terrible haircut. That's fantastic. Well, they should be friends. Anyway, he's coming off. You don't get to play anymore, Kennedy. All right, come on. Let's find a way to get at least a point out of this. Seb Brown! Oh, man, he had to make a desperate save there. Okay. Oh, and then I can't get the ball. 85th minute. This is just, it's bleak. It's bleak, friends. There's no other word for it. We're playing Barnsley. Oh, no! Oh, we don't just lose, we lose by 2. Oh. Oh, this is when I turn to poetry for comfort. I have taken the plums that were in the icebox and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me. They were delicious, so sweet, and so cold. This is when you need William Carlos Williams in your life. This is when you need W.H. Auden. Oh! I was offside, of course. God forbid I score a goal. It was a nice-looking goal, though, but doesn't matter. It's all for nothing. Oh. So much depends on a red wheelbarrow glazed in rainwater beside the white chickens. And indeed, so much depends on the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys coming out to play and to win every time they have the opportunity to do so. It is an honor and a privilege to play in front of these supporters, to play for you, indirectly to play for the real AFC Wimbledon, whom we support through our sponsorship. And this is not this is not an acceptable result. And I just want to let you know that when we get to the locker room, the boys are going to know that this is not an acceptable result. You will not see a performance like this from the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys again this season. I guarantee you we will remember these 2 games against Porto and Barnsley. This cannot keep happening. Oh, that's an awful handshake, FIFA. You have to do a better job with that, EA Sports. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.